Hello and welcome to Real Day Trading. Well, leave it to Mark Zuckerberg to tank the market, or leave it to the algos to tank the market. I want to show you here. When you see this type of selling, you see this long red bar here on Facebook? Okay. That type of selling doesn't come from individuals going sell, sell, sell. And you might have in your head a group of people in like a pit somewhere screaming sell, sell right out of like trading places. It doesn't work like that. Algos are doing pattern recognition. They're just recognizing, they have words that they look for in the release. You ever notice like when the FOMC minutes come out, or these the earnings come out, and the reaction is instantaneous. That's because algorithms are reading and looking for keywords in these releases and reacting to them. All right? So you get this. Then it triggers sell stops. So you get more. Then you get some panic selling over here. It's never going to stop going down. You get more. Look where it stops. This here. Look at this support line. Real panic. Real, oh my God, this company is toast. It's over. They don't care about support lines. It goes right through them. The people just want to get rid of the stock. Dump it. But look how convenient. It stops perfectly right there. Maybe overshoots a little bit, just like it overshot down over here on September 21st. Went down to 244. And immediately bounces back up. And now you start getting some slow accumulation of the stock. And you get a lot of these bad prints here. But you start getting some slow accumulation of the stock. We saw the same thing with Netflix. Now, there's a difference between that and PayPal. PayPal dropped below the support lines. Didn't care about this, didn't care about this, down it went. That is real selling. That is not that Facebook's not real selling. It obviously there's concern about their earnings, but this is selling where you can't say with certainty there's going to be a bounce. But when you get heavy selling that all of a sudden respects this, it would be like a high-speed chase, and the cops are chasing this car, and it's going 100 miles an hour, and all of a sudden it starts respecting the stop signs. Not what happened, right? It would just blow right through them. A car being chased by the cops is not going to be like, oh, stop sign, hold on, four-way stop. Going to come to a full stop here. Okay, now I'm good. Continue the chase. Well, this is equivalent to a high-speed chase, and then, oh wait, there's a stop sign. We got to respect that. Turn around. That's how you know it's bullshit. Now, a lot of trading is technical analysis, and a lot of trading is figuring out the charts, but some of it is understanding the psychology of buyers and sellers in the market. Let's take another look here at something else. Let's look at SPY today. Okay. So right around here, I said on 310, I tweeted out and said I'm going long on SPY. Well, why? I mean, you have SPY's consolidating. It's actually dropping here. You have a downward sloping trend line that's still intact. Why go long SPY here? And of course, what happened? Jumps up. Took another $1.25 or something on that trade. Well, first, take a look at the daily chart here, right? Over to I want to get the daily chart on SPY. All right, let's see here, SPY. And looking at the daily. Okay, here we are. And let's put up the 100. 455.68. Well, we're above that. That's strong. That's support right there, right? So we head above this support line. At this point, there's nowhere to go but up. What are sellers going to do here? SPY's been strong all day, takes it above the 100-day moving average, and now sellers are going to kick in and all of a sudden tank SPY below support? No. And when you can't go down, you go up. And that's why I went long here. Once again, the story, not just the indicators. And a lot of you are very, very indicator obsessed and focused. Okay. Well, this is the 5K challenge account. I find it very difficult to believe by tomorrow morning this money will not have cleared, and we should be able to get started. I will remove whatever the excess money is out, and we will start with a clean 5,000 in the account. There will be 3-day trades every 5 days, although in my case, we start with 2 because, again, I'm a moron who decided to scratch BBIG for a day trade for no reason whatsoever. Still, 2 should be fine. I'll get that other one back on Monday if we're still in the challenge. This challenge, last challenge, was a lot of option spreads. Option spreads are essential in growing a small account. A lot of people have asked, well, can you do this challenge and not do option spreads? Well, yeah, obviously I can here, right? I made $600-700 in 4 days. It'll take longer. But why would you? Like, why handicap yourself like that? Another look here, by the way, at Facebook, the 5-minute. As you can see here, still all bouncing right around down here. I bought on the way down here. I'm averaged around 259, and I'm fine with that. I would own the stock at 250. I have no problem with it. I'd have this stock long term at 250. I have no problem with that. So I have no problem holding the stock. Same thing with Netflix. I wouldn't buy stock averaging down, even though I have confirmation in my analysis of this pattern that these are algos overreacting. Still, I wouldn't buy stock unless I was fine holding it. And that's the other aspect on trading. If you're going to make a decent sized trade, you better be okay holding that stock if you're doing stock, right? Options, obviously, the big differential is time. Because given enough time, around 95% of your long trades are going to work in a bull market. Given enough time, right? Buy Facebook right now at 250 to 253. Even if it drops $20, wait a year, wait 6 months. Eventually, unless this market absolutely crashes or this company completely goes bankrupt, the stock's going to come back up and hit that point, and you'll be in profit. So it's a matter of when, right? When would that happen? With options, you have a ticking clock on that when. You buy the stock, you don't have the leverage you do with options, but you buy the stock and there's no ticking clock there. Right? You can hold it. However, if you use too large of a position size and it's eating up all your buying power, well, then you can't hold it, can you? For example, let's say in the 5K challenge, right, I decide I'm going to go and I like the price action on Apple. And so I have $10,000 in stock buying power. I'm going to go ahead and buy, sorry about that. I'm going to buy 80 shares of Apple, something like that. But now I have no buying power to do anything else, right? Yeah, sure. I wait long enough. My 80 shares of Apple will be in profit. Probably I wait long enough and I'll make $30 a share on that trade. But I can't do anything else. I've used up all my buying power. That's where options become so appealing, right? Because if I wanted to buy 500 shares of Apple, well, I couldn't with this buying power. But even if I had 10,000 in buying power, I wouldn't be able to do anything else. But with options, I can buy 5 of them. I can buy 5 options and control 500 shares. But I have a time limit. And so when you're doing options, the question becomes not just, do I believe this stock will go up or go down within the range I think it will, but will it do it in time? I had this stock here. Let's see. Let's go to here, UNP. There we go. Okay. So I bought this stock. I bought this option, right? And the stock itself, sorry for that, tanked. Not tanked. I mean, tanked is a hyperbolic. Sorry about that. It went down. The sector went down, and I was kind of stuck with UNP. And you can see here, I'm going to drop all the way down here, and I'm sitting with 245 calls. Well, those options went to from like $7.50 a contract down to almost 90 cents. Nothing. I held it. Why? Because there is sector rotation with a stock like this. And so here I'll show you. I go to, this is the fundamentals here. Here's the sector of this stock, right? This is industrial sector, railroads. So here's your industrial IX2250, right? And then you have industrials SX100. Okay. SX100. Go back to here. I'm going to SX100. Start with that. See the sector? Bam, all the way down here. That's all you need to know right there. Look at that sector drop. All right, I can zoom out to it, and you can see the sector almost at an all-time low. Not all-time, but since the last time the sector was this low, you had to go all the way over to here. March of last year, a year ago. So this is pretty much the low of the year. But UNP is not, it's stalling, but it's not dropping with the sector. So here you see a stock that even though it's not performing, it has relative strength to the sector. Well, that's why I held it. And you see what happened. It went up, managed to sell it today for I think 675. So I only lost like 75 cents a contract on this trade when before I was down almost $7. So that was an example of, I did not have a great daily chart, but I noticed, much like I did with CVS, the relative strength for the sector. And when I'm looking at an option contract that has gone against me, and a lot of people, when do you know when to drop it? When do you know when not to drop it? Well, it's a pretty straightforward checklist here. How's it performing against SPY? How's it performing against the sector? Is this something that's inherent in the stock, or is this a market-driven drop? What I'm looking for is there a reason to believe that this stock will rebound? If not, or if I find that I'm desperately searching for one and, on the 79 EMA crossing over the pivot point on the top of the cloud on the 4-hour, it looks bullish. That sounds like an exaggeration, but it's not. I see people put up the most esoteric combination of indicators, all to find a reason to justify their argument on something. Indicators work. These are you have moving averages, that's one thing, and you have indicators like MACD, which is moving averages again. All indicators are tied into your volume and your price, right? And they work in so much as they have group consensus that they work. For example, if most traders recognize that when the 3 EMA crosses over top of the 8 EMA, that is a bullish buy signal, then you will have a large number of both retail and institutional traders recognizing when that occurs and acting on it. But if you're looking at the 17 EMA crossing over the 39 EMA, but no one else is looking at that, well, you don't have any group consensus there because nobody cares about your esoteric measurement. So I'm going to put that out there. Let me put something else out there that's probably going to be controversial among some of you. Fibonacci lines are fairy tales. They're meaningless, made up. Yes, in nature you have a Fibonacci sequence and all. No, there was, if I could quote the study, I would. If someone could find it, that would be great. But someone put and randomly generated lines on a chart. So they had their 5-minute chart and their daily chart and randomly drew lines there, or had the computer randomly draw lines. And then also put the fib lines on those same charts. They then programmed it to see how many times the price respected the fib lines as support and resistance, and how many times it respected the random lines as support and resistance. The fib lines did not do any better. There was no significant difference between them and the randomly generated lines. So you can use your Fibonacci sequences all you want. They're made up. They're silly. But knock yourself out. Okay. Now we will move on. So tomorrow, like I said, the 5K challenge starts. Should be fun. Please, it is for educational purposes. I post my trades, entry and exit, in real time, not so everyone can follow them. Now, I know people are, because I know when I post a trade, I see the volume jump on those options or on that stock. So I know people are following it. I get it. That's not the point, though. I post them so people can hopefully learn from it. People can learn from why I might have exited a certain stock at a certain time. I exited MGI at 61 cents today, and that's pretty much where it stayed. I was happy I reached that level. I felt right around here you have some resistance. I did not know how much it would retrace after hitting that resistance point. I didn't want to stick around and find out. I got in at 907, 961. That's a pretty good return. I'm going to take it. Why'd you take profit? Well, I got in over here. I added to the trade over here. So now I have double the size. And I got out here. That's day trading. That's what you're supposed to do. Another great trade today was Etsy. I shorted Etsy right around here. Why? Let's SPY there. SPY going up, Etsy going down. That's what all you need to know on that stock. Look over in the daily chart, below all of SMAs, below you have this little consolidation down here. It breaks through that. This stock here broke through support here at 154. This is a weak ass stock. Earnings are not until February 24th. So yeah, this stock is weak. I shorted it here. I got out around here. Right around there. Turned out, right decision. That's where one should have gotten out. How did I know? Because right around here, SPY starts to drop, but Etsy's no longer dropping, is it? That's why I got out. Simple as that. Let's take a look here. If Zuckerberg started talking in or not. Yeah, just hanging around right here. Huge overexaggeration. And of course, it's going to bring the entire market down. I mean, market was finally doing well. And now, if you ask, are we going to stay in this bullish? We should. We should stay in a bullish trend. But this will give sellers a little bit of energy that they didn't have before. This will have woken up bears a bit. The real point that you want to look at is staying above the 100 SMA on the daily chart. As long as SPY can stay above that line and not go back below it, we should remain bullish. If you see SPY dip below that line and close below that line, well, that becomes your telltale sign to start either getting out of your longs or balancing your longs. One of the two. Okay. Sorry, I just had to drag off my vape. What else is there today? Curious I also am holding right now MOS. I do like this stock. Really nice break here. Just continued upward, no profit taking. This one has a, get rid of that sector here. I'll just take a look at the sector on this. Basic materials, agricultural. So this one here is a SX10, and then it is IX1010. Well, it's, yeah, IX1010, right? So I'll just add that. IX1010. All right, here we are. And I screwed that up. Why? IX1010. There it is. IX1010. So, going back here again. IX1010. There we go. All right, and let's just make this color yellow for a moment. It's such a faint damn line. I can't even see it. Okay. I want to increase the no. All right, I'm not going to sit here and figure it out, but it's right there behind it. Sector strong. Kind of see it right here. It's popping up with MOS. I'm going to keep this. I have these options. I like this stock. This is going towards its all-time high here. And stock's at an all-time high. So, you know, if you want to break... Oh, no wonder. I'm looking at that. There we are. Wow. There we go. Okay, it actually matches, right? Let me see here. Yep, this is IX 1010, and then this is MOS. Pretty much matches. So then, if that's the case, it means this is pretty much either the only stock or the dominant stock in that sector. It is better to just look at the entire SX10 because I'm just going to get parity between the two. So SX10. There we go. All right, that's a better look. Drop, flat, stock is up, stock has relative strength against the larger sector. That's all I need to know. Right there. Great. It's also strong against SPY. Strong all around. So I'm holding this stock here. I had, by the way, this morning grabbed in the 5K account LVS. I like the daily chart. I still like the daily chart, but it could not stay above the 200 moving average of 44.77, at least not in after hours. It's not. Kind of closed right on it. After hours fell below it, but really low volume here. So if this opens tomorrow, either way, I'm getting rid of it because we're starting the 5K challenge, and this will be a remnant of before that. I'm going to get rid of all these stocks and then clear out the account, like I said. Alrighty, that is it for right now. This was just sort of a quick thanks, Mark Zuckerberg, for tanking the market today, and I will see you tomorrow in the challenge. I will be posting updates every night. I will be uploading all the results into TraderSync so you can see the journal. As many of you know, by the way, on Twitter and on Reddit, I put the code, the link where if you want to get TraderSync, which I highly recommend you get a journal, period, but I like TraderSync, you can get 50% off your deal with TraderSync if you use that link. I hope everyone has a good night, and to make it a great night, you should just sit back, relax, and read the damn wiki. Good night, all.